Hello shape enthusiasts, welcome back to another episode of our 1000% hard factory series. We set up platform costs, blueprint costs and shape requirements to 1000% while trying to produce ever more complex shapes of hard mode. How will we go? Well, it's not been going very smoothly so far. I mean, you guys probably haven't noticed it, but I've been playing this for 6.5 hours now, as you can see from my playtime, just waiting for these damn shapes to complete because the volume of shapes is at 1000%. But we do have one pin task complete and our milestone 4 is almost complete, which means soon we'll have unlocked fluids. And after unlocking fluids, that's going to allow us to heavily expand on the map and speed up everything. So look forward to that, but for now we need to decommission this old factory and start building a new one. But I don't want to fully decommission everything because I think the next pin task that I want to do does involve this shape a little bit. I don't know how much of this factory I'm going to build here because I'm probably going to unlock fluids halfway through this, so I might just build the first two parts of the shape here. I had set up this star maker last episode, so we can definitely build this thing. We got plenty of blueprint points, so why don't we 180 degree rotate this star by using one of our blueprints. So we're gonna splurge a little, guys. We're gonna splurge a little. Or should we splurge a little, or should we just do it right here? Because I can just do it right here, right? Yeah, let's be conservative with our blueprint points. I say we have a lot of them, but we will burn through them awfully quick. So let's get this 180 degree rotated to the correct orientation we want it at, like such. And then we can hook it up with the red one. We're still waiting for our milestone shape to get completed anyway, so no harm there. This game is still very chill. Like, in terms of difficulty, there's no pressure, it's just slow. That's all the challenge is. It just slows you down to like barely crawling speed. Alright, let's get rid of all of this. Now I need my quartering thing out of this, but I do need this thing, so I'm going to leave one of these things. I think that produces this thing produces my BMW shape. So I don't want to get rid of that for the next section, but I do need a quarterer. So I do have a full to quarter cutter in my blueprint series, I believe, quarter destroyer. So we'll just get the quarter destroyer out for now. It does cost blueprint points, but that's fine. That should give me my quarter, and I do want to rotate that quarter into the right orientation. So I'm going to start using my modular blueprints. So that's going to need a 180 degree rotation as well. So let's grab my rotator. Let's give that a 180 degree flip, which is that one. And let's get this show on the road. So we'll grab a belt and we'll wire it over there. We'll get rid of that. And bring the belt up, and then this is going to need to go into a stacking array. It doesn't matter which way it stacks, so I'm just going to grab my stacker, which is this thing, and we're just going to stack it. Now I need to raise this stacker and not jabate myself into sending the shape on the wrong side of the belt. And that is the shape that I want. Excellent. So we can send that over. It's been 5 episodes, guys, and I still can't paint shapes myself yet, but finally it's almost done. We're at 79.3. This shape is done, so we'll probably set up this shape to get going as well. I had partially set this up, so basically we don't have the technology we need to properly build this shape at maximum throughput at the moment. So we're gonna have to split this belt in half and get half of it going over here, which is gonna give it a 180 degree rotation, which we can then stack back on top of itself, like such. Let me just get rid of this thing. Does it matter which way we stack on top of itself? Not really. I ideally want this to be the bottom and this is the opposite. This one I want to be the top, which is, I believe that's correct, because this orientation of this one is super confusing, so I want to make sure I get it all in the right orientation. So this should give us the correct output shape, right? And you notice everything I'm working on a single layer because I'm stuck on these tiny little asteroids we have around our base, because we can't venture out since we don't have damn painters. So we can't even pick an asteroid that's big enough to support 2-level shapes. So it's like a catch-22. I can't get out of my starting area. Anyway, that's the top layer and this is the bottom layer. So that needs to stack onto that now. So that should just work something like that, and that should give me the correct version of this shape, and that should just be perfectly in time for this, so we can start working on our next milestone as soon as that unlocks. I need to start looking for an area to do this. I don't think I need these. So let's get rid of these. I'm not going to get rid of my platforms because it costs money to copy and paste them in case I need to do stuff, but I don't think I will anymore because we have unlocked fluids finally after 6.5 hours of this crazy challenge. Why am I doing this challenge? I have no idea. I'm just making my life hard. I like to do that for you guys. I know you guys enjoy my pain and suffering. So yes, we got fluids. We know how fluids work. We've done a let's play on normal, and we've made a MAM. We've made blueprint design series. We've done everything. So you guys can check that out on my channel if you're interested. But yes, we know how to make stuff. Excellent. Thank you, game. Let me just check this thing is being output properly. That does indeed look like the shape I want. It's going to be very slow, but that's perfectly fine. We got our fluid miner and we've saved enough research points to immediately get this thing. I don't know why they don't give you the fluid mining extension immediately with it, but I think before I get more speed here, I think I want to save 50 research points for the 3rd floor ASAP. Because the quantity that we need to deliver, we need throughput, guys. We need much more throughput on everything that we're doing right now. So, fluid miner. What are we doing with this fluid miner? We're going to make our own shapes. So, let me just think. Milestone 1 will continue to generate, and that will continue to give us platform units, blueprint points, and research points. Excellent. Now we need to start getting the next milestone done. I made a mistake in the start of the series saying let's focus on the task, but no, the milestones are huge, 140k, so we got to get this going ASAP. So let me quickly go look for a place to do this, and then I will be right back. I'm gonna, well, I don't need to pin the shapes, but let me just quickly have a gander at what future shapes we might need for this. So let's quickly assess how we're going to make this final shape. So basically we have a half red, half uncolored square. Then we have a star with a red star. So I need red, I need green, I need a full star to make a checkerboard star. I need many full squares to make this red and uncolored square, and then I just stack. Okay, that's pretty easy. So I just need squares, red, green, and star. All right, I'm going to go look for somewhere to do that. I'll be right back. I'm back. I found this area over here. Let me just save my milestone 5 shape before I lose it. So let me grab the final shape of milestone 5. We'll copy the shape code. We put down a new marker for milestone 5. We've got full stars over here somewhere, and it looks like a decent sized asteroid now. We got full stars. We got green pretty much right next to it, and we've got full squares over here, and we've got some sort of red. Not really near it, but kind of close. So let's get this done. Let's get it done on 2 layers because we need 30k of each. Oh my lord. So let's get started. We need to split this into 2 checkerboards. I feel like this is such a common pattern now. I should just design a proper blueprint to do this. So now that I have stuff, well, I don't have 3-layer stuff, but I have lots of blueprint points. Let me check how much does it cost to just slap down one of these. 10k. Okay, I can afford to just slap this down. Even though it mines on 3 levels, it's not going to be able to output on 3 levels. I can, now that I have heaps of blueprint points, I can actually start kind of using some of my blueprint design modular stuff. So from here, this is going to be a slightly permanent fixture, so I'm going to do this. So basically, I want this full shape to split into 2 diagonal shapes. I don't think I have an existing blueprint to do that, so let's just figure one out on the fly. So definitely going to need to do some sort of half cutting like this. Then maybe we can do some swapping shenanigans to get that swapped properly. What happens if I swap this, it'll just be normal, but what if I rotate it and then swap it? Is that some sort of crisscross shenanigans it'll do by magic? I think it is. No, that just makes me back my full shape. But how do I get it to crisscross? I can't get it to crisscross, can I? No, I can. I just need to rotate it, not like this, but like up and down. Because currently it's side by side. I need one to go up and one to go down. Did I just do a 180 degree? Oh yeah, that's why I did a 180 degree. I was like, it shouldn't be really simple, right? There we go. Now we've got our 2 crisscrossy stars. Maybe I'll rotate them back to normal so it's easier to output. I can just merge it now. So I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And we'll give plenty of room on both sides. So each one outputs 2. So we'll give plenty of room on both sides by centering this. We'll give plenty of room at the start and end, I guess. Yeah, I'll definitely give plenty of room at the start, right? To deal with any belt shenanigans. Is that plenty of room? 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's not plenty of room. Let me undo stuff because undoing costs less blueprint points. So we need 3 tiles of space like that. Then we can belt that in, and then this can belt out into 2, like 1 and then like 2, right? And I want to build all this on 1 layer so that it can very easily then be copied up a few layers. So let me try to utilize as much space magic as I can. So we need definitely inputs, guys. Inputs. How are we going to input all this? Maybe this one should go into this one, and then this one can go over here like this. Trying to take my learnings from my old series and apply them now. So can I afford to move this up 1 tile? I'm trying to build this reasonably clean. So it's like a 2 tile gap, right? Let me just build this 1 stage at a time so I know what I need. So basically this needs to just go in to feed these to get more crisscrossies out. And then these probably need to share some sort of jumpy belt out. But we won't worry about that for now. But, oh, let me undo that. We can jump. No. No. We need to, oh man. Never mind. Let's just put that one up. That should be fine. We should have plenty of space. Let me do that jump again over here. And let's wire that in, and we'll copy another one over here. Let's see where this belt can feed the best. So we're going to go over here, over here. We're going to need to do some sort of jumpies. And then we need to go over here and then do some more jumpies because this part needs to be reserved for output. So if that's going to be for output, then this jumpies needs to be something like better. As close as I can, maybe. Hold on, let me redo this part. Working backwards is usually the way forwards in most of these cases. So that'll wire our 3rd one. So our 3rd one can be like right here. Like this. And then we just need 1 more, and that 1 more is going to be this belt. So this one's going to need to do a lot of jumpies as well. So something like that and that and that. We can collapse the jumping motion better at some point. But basically we need to do that. And then needs to go in. Now the output is not going to be super straightforward, but obviously we'll get the most straightforward ones out however we can. Like for example, this one is kind of hard. How do we get this one out? So this one will have to do something like, well, we definitely need some sort of jump here. That's the bottom one. That needs to do a jump as well. So let's cut the bottom one as much as we can. Then how do we then get these 2 out? Let me think. So can we do something like this crazy nonsense? And then that can come out like this. And then we just need 1 more here. So that's not going to do. This is actually not super simple. Because whatever happens here needs to happen on the other side too, right? Well, this side's going to be harder, but I need to get it working first. So definitely the platform size is not working to my advantage, but can't we do something more clever somewhere else? What if we did, no, that input is fine. This is literally not going to come out anywhere, is it? I need to go over there and then it needs to go out. What if we get this one out here? Does that help us in any way? Not really, because that one can't go out now. I can't get this one out. What the heck? Let me clear this area up a bit. These 4 will go out really easily. I just can't get these 4 out. How? Why? Why is this so hard? Can this go over this side maybe? I think I need the space over here. I don't think I can wire this one in this way. This one's going to need to go over the other side as well. Or share an input lane here. Maybe that's a better idea. Can it do jumpies together somehow? I don't think so. Maybe it can once it jumps over. Something like this. And then will that help? Let me see. What if... let me do some other ideas. What if we moved this all the way to the end and then cleared this space for shenanigans? Would that help me? Go out this way, and then this can come out like here. And now we have plenty more room for shenanigans, right? So if we go, this jump is super annoying, but now we have room for shenanigans. So we can do it like some different way that's better, if that makes sense. Okay, we do that. Then we go out here and then we do that. And over here, we go out. See, these are like new hard mode blueprints, right? Because hard mode seems to have new sort of requirements, if you will. Probably not there. So let's see where else this can jump. I mean, hard mode seems to have a lot of like checkerboards and stuff, I'm noticing. So now that one can go there and that can loop around and out. Cool. So I got these 4 out. Can I afford to put my bin blueprint down? I've got so little bloody blueprint points that it's like so hard to even get my bins down to even like test if this is working fully. But maybe I can do it, but then I can't undo it, right? So I have to like, hey, what happened to my... Oh, I don't have a 3rd level. All right, let's just test if the 1st level is working. I can hit Control Z to get my blueprint points back. So it appears this side is all working fully, but it's going to jam, right? Because the other side's not doing anything. So let's build the other side and we'll test if both sides are working properly before we duplicate this upper layer. So the first one needs to come out. The second one needs to come out somehow. Then the third one needs to... Oh, this is easy. What the heck? This side's just straight out. No shenanigans. Yeah, cool. So if we build 2 bin blueprints, we can test it. You gotta remember, I don't have a 3rd layer yet. So everything's going to be like truncated off the 3rd layer. But we can test if this is all working, and it appears to be all working fine. Does that look all working fine to you guys? It looks all working fine to me. Excellent, excellent. Doesn't look like any gaps. Everything's running at 100% efficiency. I like that. So once we've got that, I think we can now safely duplicate this up to 2 levels, because that's all I have right now, which will double the throughput. And then once we have this shape, what are we doing with this shape? We're painting it green. So... eventually we're going to need to paint one side green and one side something else. Let me have a look. Milestone. We're going to have to paint one side green and one side red and then stack it on top of each other. So I'm going to get the green paint out. So I think I can just use my Fluid Miner Mark III. How much does that cost? That costs 6,000. Why does the shape extractor cost... Oh no, the shape extractor is way more expensive than the fluid extractor. What? I'm so confused, but 6,000, we can afford that. We don't need to worry about 6,000. That is a proper green fluid extractor. So how's our platform units? We've got 21k platform units. Let's bring things towards the vortex and not away from the vortex, because I'm actually quite far from the vortex at the moment. So every little bit kind of helps. So we'll bring it towards the vortex. And I think I'm only going to do 2 outputs. I'm not going to try to merge this into, because it's going to be all sorts of shenanigans. So I'm just going to put the bin back down. And how much is my bin anyway? It's 5,000. That's affordable. So that way my thing doesn't get jammed. Now this thing is going. It can get painted green. So I can get my painting array. Now I believe my painter works on a level basis. And if it works on a level basis, it should be able to copy. Yeah. So things like my stacker won't work, but my painter will work. So in theory, this should now give us our painted green star. And it's even in the right orientation. Beautiful. So that's going to be needing to get dragged back to base. And these can no longer share a belt anymore, because this is taking up 2/3 of the belt in theory. So while that saturates, I'm going to start working on this one. And this one needs to start off as a full square or a half square that gets painted red. Do I have a half square? Well, I have a half square here. So maybe we should just work with the half square and get that painted red. Where is my closest red? Red is here. Bring the square over here. So let's slap down a blueprint for that. We need as much of this space as possible, because we're potentially going to need another half square at some point. But we'll slap that down and we'll bring it to the red and let that travel for a while I set up the red. So that will require a fluid extractor over here like that. And then we just simply need to paint. So you can see my Mark III blueprints. I think people were asking about my Mark III blueprints and how do I scale it down into a new game when I did the blueprint redesign series. Apparently most of them, I think I need to redesign some of them to work for a Mark II version, but most of them you can just slap down because it'll automatically delete the 3rd layer of it, right? And all of this will just work. See, this doesn't even work for 3 layers because But yeah, at the moment that's working. So that'll give me my red half square, but then I need a regular uncolored half square as well. So I need this again. So let's bring a regular uncolored half square, and that's going to need to stack together. And this is heavily draining my platform units, but that's fine. So the output of this and the output of this needs to stack. So let me give it a little bit of room, and nope, a little bit more room. And we will cross the belt over here. And the output here and the output here can just go into a stacker. Now, I don't have a Mark II stacker. Oh, I did save a Mark II stacker. So if I go into my blueprints folder, it's the one we made in episode 1 to deal with our milestone generator. But if we go to our Mark II stacker, we can actually get that happening over here. Is that our Mark II stacker? Why does it look funny? Stacker, I saved it as stacker Mark II. Yeah, I think that's it. We've got stuff coming on both levels, but which one is the top and which one is the bottom? I can't even tell. So this is the bottom, and these are all going up to the top. Yeah, they're all going up somewhere. So that's the top, that's the bottom. I should really put a label in there for top and bottom. But anyway, in this case, it doesn't really matter. We can just pump those in. So that should give us our squares, and this should give us our stars. I didn't even belt anything out. But yeah, I believe that's giving us our stars. Where is it coming out of? Oh no, I did belt this out. Where did I belt this out to? Nowhere. So let's belt this out over here, and then these two can meet and they can both go back to the base together. And it's quite a long trek to the base, so this is going to take quite a long time to do. But I don't mind doing this because it's going to be forever to do the milestone shape. 30k each, right? It's going to take so long. So we're going to take this and we're going to take it all the way. Oh crap. Was I copying and pasting then? No. Do not copy and paste 2 belts at once. Silly data engineer, silly. Yeah, don't do that because, yeah, issues. So this needs to be pumped back into base, and I'm having a little bit of issue here because of the milestone shape, and there's 2 things that need to come in here. So this milestone shape needs to get out of the way and go somewhere else. But yeah, do not try to copy 2 belts at the same time, because you're gonna run out of blueprint points almost immediately doing that. Speaking of blueprint points, the next thing that we're gonna do is build the next blueprint point generator. That should 2.5 times our blueprint point throughput. So let's get rid of this belt. It was ugly anyway. This is our blueprint point belt, so we definitely need that coming in. And then this belt should just go here. Why would it go completely out of the way to get to somewhere? You silly belt. Who designed this monstrosity? Who? Tell me now. So yeah, I can afford to copy this, so I don't have to cable this myself. We'll give it a flip this way, and that should just go into there nicely. And that should be our milestone 1 shape. And then we need this to also function in the same way. Our vortex currently works for 8 inputs because we haven't leveled up all the inputs, but we should be able to take basically this half of the vortex and transpose it somehow over here like this. There we go. And that should then allow these two to go neatly into these two. We've learnt all our vortex techniques from our Let's Play series. If you haven't checked that out, you can check out our normal mode Let's Play. I promise you, it's far less frustrating than the hard mode. But anyway, that should get us these 2 shapes. We should always verify our work before letting this run for 30 minutes, and it's doing absolutely nothing. So I don't think any shapes has come through this long belt yet. Why? No, shapes are coming. They're just super slow. Give me a second. They're here. Oh yeah, they're just traveling. They're just traveling, guys. My belts are super slow. But this is definitely giving us the right shape. Yep, 30k. Oh man, I can't wait to unlock trains. But that's probably not going to be for another 6 hours. So strap in, get comfy. I'm just kidding. Like, I'm going to skip over most of it. For you, it'll probably be like 2 episodes max. These shapes are almost done, but that's fine. I want to work on this shape, because currently my shape is not doing that. I think it's the same as this, just the top layer gets painted blue, right? That's super easy. I hope there's a blue near my milestone, but if there's not, I can easily wire one in. And how much volume do I need? I need 2 lots of it. So they can share a space pipe. I'm not going to go through fluid maths anymore. This playthrough is not going to be any sort of tutorial. I will try to explain myself briefly as to how things work, but I'm not going to explain it to like the nth degree. What are we going to paint? We're going to paint this, right? So one belt of this needs to split off, and the other belt needs to kind of continue over there. But essentially we're going to be painting this thing. Should we just do it a bit closer to our destination? So we're going to be painting this thing so we can use our painter like such. Where is the paint coming through? This way. We can grab our space pipe, weave it in there. We can grab our space belt, weave it in there. We can get rid of that, and we can get this to hook into that once it's painted blue. Great. We want to do the same treatment to the other one here so that we can do double that. So we'll grab that, and then I'm guessing this is just going to unlock with stuff. Like maybe this one will be like crystal shapes. So once you get in crystal shapes, you just have a continuous flow of that shape in to continuously generate more and more blueprint points. So that at least the blueprint points are not a headache. That's all I can say. So we're going to get this over here, and that's going to go into a painter. Wait, no, that's not right. We're going to get this over here, and it's going to mirror this thing like that. And that's going to go into here like that. Then the resulting output of that will meet up with that. So that should be all good. While we're waiting to check if that is working, we should go back to our milestone here and check if this is working. Has anything come through yet? Stuff is starting to come through, but it hasn't been painted yet. And it certainly hasn't been merged. Wait, these are the same shape. They're not going to stack on top of each other. One of these needs to be rotated. Silly. We can just rotate this one since it's not even here yet. I believe it's a 180-degree rotation. So we'll just grab our blueprint for 180-degree rotation and slap it down here. Excellent. So that'll come in. It'll get 180-degree rotated. This one's going to get painted red, and then that's going to merge together to make that shape. Lucky we caught that mistake. Back to our tasks, we have unlocked this, so we can make this shape, which is just this shape again, kind of, with this shape again. All right, that's pretty easy to make. We'll go back to home, and we can just, now we can utilize a second one of these, which is basically the same shape here, but just doing whatever this process is. Am I out of points? What did I use it on? Oh my god, I haven't been watching my points. Holy moly, I just burned through like 300k points. But I definitely need this process, and then I need to rotate this 180 degrees out. It's already getting a rotation at the end, so at the moment, I need to see what position it's in. If I get rid of the rotators, that gives me the correct rotation. So I need to get rid of this. Oh, this thing wasn't even hooked up the whole time. Silly. We're not even generating this at peak efficiency, but we'll fix that now. So basically these need to go like that. These need to all link up like that. Now these two can be stacked on top of one another. I think all my stacking platforms have been causing massive issues for my thing. So I can't, oh my god, I can't even build a stacking array. Can I afford this? No, this is 16k. Are you serious? My god. All right, well, I'm gonna have to either do this shape somewhere else and rebuild it, or just manually build stuff, or I can AFK and wait for this to happen. I don't like to AFK and wait for stuff to happen when I have things that I can be doing. I'm only going to use the AFK technique if I'm just literally waiting for stuff to happen, which is not the case at the moment. We are saving our research points, so for now, let's just get these two shapes together. So let's build a thing that can do that. And we can use our 5,000 blueprint points. I think because I've cut off my blueprint points temporarily, now it's not generating as fast. See, like it's all gone. But this new blueprint point, we've got to make sure this is definitely generating the right shape, because I can't afford to not have blueprint points coming. So yeah, I believe it is. I can see this one looks correct to me, right? That one is definitely that shape. All right, so we've definitely 2.5x'd our blueprint point generation. Hopefully one day blueprint points will no longer be a problem at all, but for now they are definitely a problem. Did I not remove some rotation, or are these just residual shapes? I believe they're just residual. So we need to take this and stack them together. Oh, that's super annoying. Do I just get the star from somewhere else now that I can? Like there's a star right here, but that's super annoying as well. What should I do, guys? What should I do? I want to just slap a stacker here, just to make my life easier. I don't want to build a swapping thing, because a swapping thing is super annoying to build if you think about it. I need to weave these belts together and then like get them to swap, or I need to do the swapping here. Either way, it's going to be a headache, right? Oh, the decisions. I guess I'll just put this one on pause for now and leave it. What other tasks can I do in the meantime with my 10k points? Not very many. Can I make the hunter's badge? This is just a blue circle and a uncolored circle. Oh man, I just need points, don't I? I just need blueprint points to do sort of anything. So I've got my BMW shape already coming out here. I don't need any of this stuff anymore. I'll keep this stacker for later, but I don't need this. I need this. So this thing is going to be stacked with this thing. So this thing will need to go into the stacker, and then when I can create this shape, it needs to go into the stacker. And since I have the thing almost ready, I just need 16k blueprint points. So I might just wait for it. I'll be right back. Everything else is delivering anyway. Alright guys, we are back. Our new blueprint point shape is now streaming in, and we are getting blueprint points, BP points, BPPs? I'll call them BPPs from now on. We're getting BPs, I'll just call them BPs. Holy moly, it's so hard to say. It's like a little bit of a tongue twister. But we're getting BPs at record pace now, so we should be able to build some stuff. I wanted to build a stacker, so let's build a stacker now. So we need to get this out this way into this side, and then this out this way into this side, and that should give us the right output shape. We want to pipe out this on a flat surface, and that should give us the diagonal thing that we want, and it's oriented correctly. Is this one oriented diagonally the other way? It's oriented correctly as well. That's perfect. So we can get this out there, and that should stack, and that should give us the correct output. Did they update the preview thing well now? Oh, it's really good now. All right, excellent. So this is probably the last shape we're going to be producing on a single level, but in future we're going to try to produce everything like faster, because everything needs so much volume, right? But I got blueprint points now, so I can continue while I'm waiting for this to do my other pin tasks. So we need the research points, so we got to get forge on with the pin tasks. Check out this one. We got to do that, and that. Let's make a quick plan on how to do that, and then I'll find a location where to do this. Until we get trains, we can't stage all this at our main base. We're going to have to make all this sort of on site and bring it back via belts until we get better technology. But we basically need a full circle. Half of it becomes blue, half of it becomes uncolored, and then we need to double that and stack it with itself. Then we cut that in half, and then we get a square. Then we get a square, and then we cut that in half, and then it's kind of a completely different shape. How does this turn into this? This is a square on a half circle. Then this becomes a square and a half circle. That's the same right hand side. The left hand side gets flipped upside down somehow. What? How do you flip the left hand side upside down? Okay, this truly is hard mode, because if you just rotate it and then swap it with nothing, I don't understand how to get from here to here easily. This is a new technique, guys. Hunter's badge. Interesting. Let me think about this for a second while we're waiting for stuff anyway. All right, I think I can't visualize it in my head, but I think this is just a checkerboard of this. So we're going to have to do our like checkerboard thing to this, and I think we get that. But we'll try it out. The game kind of teaches you things as it gives you these challenges, right? So it teaches you how to do this stuff. So that's fine. We'll figure it out, but for now we just need blue and circles, and then red and squares. So I'm going to find somewhere to do that, and I'll be right back. Blue, circles, red, squares. Alright guys, I think I found my area. This actually is really convenient. I actually got half circles everywhere. So I can color one of these half circles blue and then merge it with itself. Saves me a cutting process. So let me do that. Let me see. I got to pay attention to my blueprint points, because I don't know how I burned through 300k making that last shape, but I got to really be careful not to do that again. So if we slap out an extractor, like make it all go this way. We need 2 extractors. That wasn't too costly. That'll get us our 2 half circles. One of these half circles needs to be blue. So let me get a fluid extractor and pipe that up. See, this just costs platform units, right? It doesn't cost that many platform units. So I guess we'll just paint that one. like this. Then was it the painter that destroyed me? The painter is 80k. Ah, I see. Is that because it's a Mark III painter? I just want to see, because the blueprint that I have in my blueprint tray is a Mark III blueprint, right? If I take the painter that's a Mark II painter, which has the top layer deleted, is that less? 30k. What? How is that less than half? No, wait, that's a stacker. Let's get this painter. 47k. Alright, so yeah, definitely this is cheaper. So we need a painter, and then we need a stacker. Man, we're still going to need tons of blueprint points. Holy moly, we're super limited by everything. But we got an operator level, which will give us 25k blueprint points, which will at least let us paint this thing. Oh, we're still super limited by blueprint points, guys. We'll slap that down. We only got 10k left, but at least that'll give us our blue half circle, and maybe we can do some rotation to it. But they're directly on top of each other, so I don't really need rotation. I just need the uncolored part and the colored part stacking on top of each other. So we'll build it all without the stacker. Does it matter how we build this? No, not really. We'll just build this like this, and we'll have a stacker over here, and that's the bottom, that's the top. But we can't afford a stacker right now because I think it was like 40k. Oh man, my life is miserable. But we can build the bridge back home while we're waiting. We'll do whatever we can while we're waiting. Eventually, I'm hoping the way this game's gonna pan out, a lot of this stuff won't be a problem in the long run. It's just gonna be a little bit of a annoyance at the start of the game. But as we progress through the game and get more and more resources and like higher blueprints per minute or whatever, eventually that won't be an issue. Higher BPs per minute. Gotta get used to saying BP. Blueprint points, blueprint points, blueprint points. Oh man, that's annoying to say. This is super annoying. Alright, let's fix this. Since we got nothing better to do, we might as well fix this stuff. And we won't use our precious blueprint points to do so, because I was burning through them going, hey, I have 300k blueprint points, I'm rich. But actually, no, I'm not rich. I'm extremely poor. You're like one of those people that, like, you know, you just started your career in the white collar industry and you're making like $800 a week and you're like, oh, I'm super rich, and then you go out into the world and realize you're actually still super poor. Yeah, so don't be burning through all your blueprint points just like you wouldn't burn through all your money in real life. Save like 100k in the bank just to just for a rainy day, you know. We need to build the top layer of this input as well, and since I have no blueprint points to copy with, I'm gonna have to do some manual labor. That's just like in real life as well, you know, when you're on a budget and you can't afford to like buy takeout or do Uber Eats, you just have to like sit at home and cook and chop vegetables and stuff like that. That input is ready to go. What is not ready to go is a stacker. I don't have a 2-layer stacker I can use to work with at the moment. I need this thing. Oh, I can just afford it now. Excellent. Let's go back home and let's go back over here. And order does matter in this, so I got to make sure I get this in the right order. I really need to label the top and the bottom. Is this the top? The blue is on the top. Nope, that's the wrong way. So undo to get my blueprint points back, flip it, and then do that. So now the blue is on the bottom. It doesn't look like it's on the bottom, but I believe it's going to the bottom. I want to put labels, but I don't have anything to put labels with. Maybe I just write a B here. B and T. Budget labels, guys, budget labels. Oh, but this is gonna increase my blueprint cost to copy this platform now. Is it worth it? Is it worth it, guys? Life is so hard. Being poor is hard, guys. I don't like being poor. Help. Okay, that's giving me the correct shape. I'll need to do a rotation on there, but I can't afford to do a rotation right now. How do we make the second part of this shape when this part gets done? Because this is going to be reasonably quick since everything's producing on 2 levels now. So let's figure out how to do that. This is going to be extremely slow because it's still my old build, but this will be reasonably quick. So when I get a second layer of this, do I not need to make it again? Now I need a full circle ideally. I mean, I could just make this again, but the other way this time. Is that inefficient? I guess it's inefficient for my blueprint cost because I'm making twice as much of this. I really should have found a full circle. I got excited with the half circles, but is there a full circle in the vicinity? Oh, there's a full circle right there. There's got to be something I can do to do this better. But I think by the time I figure this out, it's going to be stupid. So let me just leave it at that for now. We'll just deal with it and we'll just get more blueprint points somehow. Hopefully we can unlock 3rd level soon and we can increase the throughput of our blueprint thing. But our blueprint thing is already pumping at maximum efficiency, and it's still way too slow for me, since all of these modular blueprints that I built in my design series did not account for the fact that slapping them down costs money. So definitely not efficient in that regard. But everything is kind of producing right now, so let's unpin these shapes so they don't haunt our dreams. And then we can try to figure out how to do this next shape. This is just a red, blue, circle, square, green, circle, square, emerald, uncolored. How did you go from this to this? Blue, square. Is there like a clever way to make this shape or something? Like blue, you can't quarter color things. Then you're slapping a blue quarter emerald on, a red quarter emerald, and an uncolored quarter emerald. So you're basically getting all the shapes out eventually and then coloring them. So I need square, circle, emerald, red, blue, green. Oh, awesome. Might as well start looking for that while I'm waiting. Square, circle, emerald, red, blue, green. Alright, I found this area, so I'm just gonna start doing stuff here. So let me pin this shape and start building something here so I don't lose it. But the start is just the square shape getting quartered. So I'm gonna take the square from the closest full square. I don't want to deal with this stuff, but I don't want these like weirdly colored squares because I have a full square like right above here. So I'm just gonna start with the uncolored square so I don't like run into issues later on. Let me just quickly use my very few blueprint 10k, holy moly, to slap down one of these. Then I can belt that over to where my emerald and the circle are going to be, which is over here. Emerald and circle. All right, over here. Stop that. Over here, and then we'll do the processing of this square over here. I really should be conservative with my blueprint points and slap down tier 2 versions of this since I don't even have the 3rd level yet. Oh, silly me, but whatever, I'm too lazy. So we got our square, we need a quarter, we need a full to quarter thing, but I have a full to quarter maker, don't I? Somewhere, is it in my blueprint design series? I have a cutter 1 to 2. I don't actually have a full to quarter blueprint. So I think we should make one, and I don't have the damn platform I need to make it. Do we need 2x2 platforms? I swear we need 2x2 platforms. So because a full to quarter thing needs I did it in my MAM series, full to quarter, but I don't think I have the blueprint saved anymore. But a full to quarter thing needs a 2x2 platform, so at least. So let me see what that costs me. 2x2 foundation, T-shaped foundation, 1 2 3 4 outs. I don't want to work on a T-shaped foundation. I want this. I don't have anything I need to play this game. It's awesome. So I can't get 4 outputs here, can I, on this tiny little horrendous thing? But maybe I can do something like this and then belt it out. No, that's impossible. How do I do this? So I got full shapes coming in here, and then I need to quarter it. And then I need to split out all 4 quarters separately. Let's just see what that looks like. Since I've got nothing to do anyway, we might as well do some blueprint prototyping and whatnot shenanigans, right? Yeah, we'll do a real quick mock-up right now, and then we'll finish it next episode because the episode is running a bit long. Amazingly, I got an hour of content out without having to wait around too long. So it's going to be a quarter. I definitely built this for my MAM, so I know how to do this. So I need more cutting, and then we need to flip that, and that's our 4 quarters, guys. We can keep the 4 quarters in their positions if we want, but that would require some crazy belt shenanigans. So I believe the best solution is to get them all to the top right. So how do we get all of them to the top right? Which one goes to the top right? That one goes to the top right. The 180-degree one is that one, and then the next one is this one. That gets them all to the top right, and that's my 4. So one of these makes 4. I need 4 of these, like this. That doesn't even fit like properly. Let me cut this and rotate it. So 1 2 3 4, right? And these 4 make up 4 belts worth. So these 4 can, maybe if I move them back a bit, I'm undoing to retrieve my super valuable blueprint points, because I think I need them. So this one's going to need to do something like that. It's still not in the right position. So let me just go out 1 more tile, maybe that will do. And then now it can go out like this, and that still leaves enough room for everything else to do its shenanigans. So that's 1, and then I need 3 more. I'm going to copy it without the final belt, because that final belt's going to need to change. 2, 3, 4. So 1 belt of this can support 4 of these, and that gives me out a full space belt level worth of stuff, which is pretty cool. So I need that. Then this one needs to do, oh, that's not it, there. We're going to close off that edge. Then that goes here, 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 and out. And then this one does the same thing. And I don't even have enough room to do this on another platform. What the heck? I need bigger platforms, guys. I need the bigger platforms. So that goes there like that. Or maybe we can get rid of some of the kinks here so it's less horribly confusing. And yeah, I don't think I can fit another 4 of these onto this platform, can I? Barely, if I moved it down 1. But if I move it down 1, how would I then get the other belts out? Because the other belts need to go somewhere for processing. I can barely even get it out there now. Can this fit on the other side somehow? Can it fit back to back? I guess it can fit back to back like this. And then that's like 2 belts. And then how do I get the other 2 belts out? No, it doesn't fit back to back, because how would I get any belts out? What the heck am I doing? Does this just need to be like, is it just dumb if I just did this and then just have 4 coming out like this for now? Is that just stupid and costs a lot to copy and paste? I should also start probably using jumpers rather than other stuff, because at the moment we're having a lot of issues with blueprint cost. So maybe jumpers save my blueprint cost as well. Something like that. And that's like 1, 2. This is horrible design with horrible everything. Like, I hate everything about everything right now. This goes against every single one of my design principles that I taught you guys in the blueprint design series, I think. This one can jump once more. Can this one jump once more? Yeah, I guess they both can jump once more. And that's out, and that's out. So we need to do that 4 times. Once over here. So this can be the second belt. Oh man, that's disgusting. How much does this thing cost to copy? 6k. All right, I can afford that. Let's just do that then. And we will do that. And then now we have our 4 outs. So now we've got a 1 to 4 thing in a reasonably affordable form factor, I think. Is this a reasonably affordable form factor, you guys think? No, I can't even jump that belt. So let's get that in like that. I feel like I need to redesign a lot of blueprints for this series because of the blueprint cost limitation thing. But yeah, it's annoying. Definitely annoying. Let's get that in there like that. Oh, and then how am I going to get the next one out? The heck? I can do it over here and then route it back down. Oh my lord. Is there any way to get it out here? Not really. I can't jump and jump. Where does this jump to? Over there. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Alright, well, if you're gonna be difficult, then let's just be difficult. Let's just design things in the worst way possible, guys. That's how you do this game. Since I don't have my platforms, I don't have my tech, I don't have anything I need to do anything properly. So we're just gonna have to do things in the most spaghetti mess possible, unfortunately. But that is a 1 to 4 quarterer. When shapes finally arrive, you'll see this should now produce turn a full shape into 4 quarters, and the total cost of this blueprint is 50k. Holy moly. Yep. Okay, so it's not cheap either. But yeah, this shape should be producing. Let's go back home and assess whether everything is correctly producing before we sign off. So we got our blueprint shapes perfectly producing, getting us our blueprint points. We're back to 100k already, which is a good reasonable pace. This shape is producing at maximum speed on 2 belts. This thing hasn't arrived yet, but if we trace this back, I'm hoping to see it somewhere. Yep, that shape is coming slowly and it is all working fine. I can see it. These two shapes have been continuously producing our pin tasks, which is great. They're very slow. What happened to our most recent pin task that we made? Is there something wrong with it? Has it not been producing the shape we want? It looks like it is. It's just taking its sweet, sweet time to travel all the way over. But it should be almost there. Let's just check the input. Maybe there's something blocked with the input. No, it has literally just arrived in that entire time we took to make this, and we are ready to make this series of pin tasks now. We got 14 research points, trying to work our way towards 50 at the moment to unlock level 3 and just boost all our throughput on everything. But everything is slowly ticking away, and this will be a slow crawl, guys. Unfortunately, I did the miserable thing of putting everything to 1000% difficulty. I highly regret that now. I should have just done a regular hard mode playthrough and maybe did the 1000% difficulty on insane mode. No, that would have just been more of a headache. But yeah, we've done well so far. I think we are currently 7.5 hours into the series, and I think episode wise we're on episode 5 at the moment. So yeah, there's been some time off screen just waiting for blueprint points or waiting for technology or some stuff to complete where I'm just stuck and can't do anything. I think now, before we were limited by the fact we couldn't paint fluids, so we couldn't really expand out, but now that we can expand out, we are limited by blueprint points. So hopefully we can maybe expand. Once we expand to the 3rd level, obviously that will give us 33% more blueprint point generation, which will definitely help. But hopefully we get this unlocked, which will double again our blueprint point generation. So yeah, lots to look forward to. I think we'll definitely get the cadence of the series a lot better as we go. The more tech we unlock, we're still waiting for trains, but that's not going to be for a very long time, because as you can see, my milestone 5 shapes after a full episode has finally started delivering, and we need 30k of them. So that's not going to be for a while. But once we get trains, everything should smoothen out a lot more, because this won't take an hour to belt from over there to over here. And because we're saving a lot of technology points for the stuff we want, we aren't able to upgrade our belt speed and all our stacking and painting speed and stuff. Oh, I should upgrade my painting speed to keep it all even with everything. Too much to do, not enough anything. Yeah, maybe we'll get our painting speed up. Alright, that's it for this episode, guys. I'm going to leave it at that, and we will continue on next episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you've enjoyed the series and don't want to miss out on future episodes, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode.